Hi, this is a continuation video of my previous one, which is regarding the getting started with React.js, in which we learned how we can incorporate React.js into our application. Now it's a time to explore more stuff. We also learned about the React DOM.render, which is used to render the React element, the user interface, and it takes the two arguments. One was the React element itself, and the second one was a DOM container where it should render. In order to create the React element, we use React.createElement, which takes the three arguments: the type, props, and the children. And this type can be HTML tag name in the string form, or it can be a component type, or it can be a fragment type. We already explored that how we can use HTML tag name as a type. So you can see here, this is the same code which we already have been explored in the previous video. Uh, Here we are creating the element. This is a span, and this will contain the text hello React. So but now we will see how we can use the component type, whether it's a class based or the function based, instead in for the as a type for a create element. So in order to define the class component, there are the two things which it should fulfill. Number one is it should extend from React.component, and the second, it should contain the function with the name render, and which will return the React element. So see, this is a class component which is extending from React.component. It contains the function render and returning a React element, which is the same in our previous video. Now this is the same part, the DOM container, and then in React DOM.render we have need to pass a React element along with the DOM container, and we are creating the React element against this component. So React.createElement, and the type is component type hello React. No props and the no children we are passing, and it will render this text hello React component. So now you will be wondering that it is doing the same thing, but in fact we are now doing the more coding. Then what's the point of that one? Well, the first point is the component. It is separating this thing from the rest of the code. So if we later on we need to change anything here for this component, for this element, we need to change only here. So these are the things which of course the components are very benefit, but we will explore in the later videos more. So now it's a time to do some hands-on stuff, and we will create this component. I am using this is you can see this is the same code which we explored in the previous video. I will change it to use the class-based component. So let's define hello React as component extends from React.component. Okay, and it should have a function render which will return React element, and we are using this one. So it will take the three arguments, the span. I am using span, then it's a hello React class component. Okay, and this one is same. We still need it. Now we don't need this code. In fact, we will just use now this component, and as a type, and this one. So that's all. So now this code should execute. So see, you can see now it is rendering hello react class component. And if we inspect, see, this contains a span with the text. So this is how we can create a class-based component and use it to render user interface. The next thing is we can define the same component as a function instead of a class, and it reduces the coding. So what is the requirement of that function? It's such a simple requirement that it should return the React element. So here you can see I have defined a function. There is no class here, and that is returning the React element. And we are using this function name as a type here. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, so this was a class based. So instead of class based, let's use the function hello react function. Okay, so here we are returning react dot create element. In fact, I can copy the same thing which we used here, and this name now we will use it here. So if we now, it's a function component. So this is how we can use components to render the user interface. Thanks.